What's going on everyone? Welcome back to another video. My name is Nath Jennings and today we are learning the absolute basics of FL Studio 20. So from where to download it to how to download samples and how to use those samples to start making music. So the first thing we have to do is we have to go to our Google or our Internet Explorer and we have to write in FL Studio 20. So on the FL Studio website, you click on that and it'll come up with, as you can see on screen. Up the top there's a little tab that says download. Click on download, choose whatever version suits you, Windows or Mac. I'm on Windows, so I'll go the Windows one. It's going to download. I'm not going to continue the download because I already have it, but you download that and run the application, run the download, install it to wherever you want to install it, and then we'll go from there. So once FL Studio is downloaded, open it up and it should look like this. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the BPM of the track. So at the top of the screen, you've got the tempo for the track you're going to be working on. So we're going to take that down, just click and drag down to 128. 128 is just the easiest, most, what do you call it? The magic number as they call it on that fucking movie.
That's the magic number.
Now we've done that, we've got to find some samples. FL Studio comes with a lot of stock samples, which you can find over here. On the left, this is where all the samples and all your plugins and stuff can be found. So basically go down to packs and then you'll find drums and loops and sound effects and all that stuff. So if you go into drums, you'll find yourself kicks, hats, claps, all that stuff. So to start using these samples, you basically just have to click on one and drag it onto the worksheet, which is what I call this part here. So click, drag, and then it'll come out onto your worksheet. Now, music is structured in bars and beats. You can see 1 to 2, that's 1 bar, and 1 bar consists of 4 beats. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we put 1 kick down on the first beat, we have to then fill it up to 1 bar. So 1 bar is 4 kicks. And right there, that's a 128 BPM kick structure. So now we've got our kicks down in our first bar. We want to continue that for another 8. So this right here would be 15 seconds, and in a club bootleg, 15 seconds is, let's say, half the intro. Usually we want your intro to be about 30 seconds. So now we've got our kick down, we can go through our packs on the side here and we can say we can add cymbals, we can add hats. All you gotta do is click on it and then drag it out. You can also preview the sample by clicking on it. You can hear it before you use it, but like, for example, if you just want to start putting things on the bars or on the beats to make it in time with the 128 structure. So now we've learned how to drag samples out, I'll show you where you can get more samples from. So the FL Studio samples that are already on there aren't the best. So you want to use a website called Splice. It's about, what, 16 bucks a month, and it has absolutely everything. So as you can see on screen, when you sign up, I'm using Jono Toscano's account, so don't tell him. Looks like he hasn't paid for his membership, so I can't show you. But on Splice, basically you type in what you want. You can say kick, you can choose the key, you can choose what else, the BPM, you can choose what type of kick. If you want a tech house kick, a big room house kick, a Melbourne bounce kick, you just type it in and it comes all up. But as you can see on screen, Jono didn't pay for his membership and we can't actually look at that today, but Splice is what you want to be using. So now we know where to get our samples from, how to use our samples. We're going to learn about all these little buttons around FL Studio on the worksheet. Alright, so up here you've got your song and your pattern buttons. Basically when you click play on and it's highlighted with song, it'll play everything that's on your worksheet here. But when you click pattern, that'll only play the pattern that you are creating. So now I have to show you how to create a pattern. To create a pattern, over here it says pattern 1, click the plus button, name it whatever you want. When you're starting off, I recommend naming your patterns after what you want to make. So this one will make it our kick pattern, so we'll call it kick. And basically this button here will bring up, I call it the beat pad. Do you call it the beat pad, Puck? We'll call it the beat pad. So it comes up with all the samples you've got here. So basically when you click on one of the lights, that's going to be a noise, right? So when you click like that in a 4-beat structure and then you click pattern and play, it'll play it for us. And then to get that pattern onto our worksheet, all we're going to do is click on that button there, which is the worksheet button. Click on here, or you can go here and you can find it there or over here as well, and then all you got to do is click on the screen and then line it up in the beats. So now when we go song, we can hear our samples on the screen, and if we delete them with the right click, and we have that here, it just looks like little buttons, it starts playing as well. I would recommend not using samples from the beat pad because it really squashes the sound, so I would recommend dragging your samples from the side and pulling them onto the worksheet. One of the main features of FL Studio is the piano roll. So that would be this button right here next to the worksheet button and next to the beat pad. Click that, it comes up with this here. So basically what that is, this is where you can start playing notes. So this is our kick that we had before, we're on kick pattern, so it comes up in a piano roll. And if we stretch it out, you can start to see the notes and what key they're in. So that kick would be in a C5 right now, potentially. Don't hold me to that. And then you can start changing the key via what note you click on. And then when we listen to the pattern, the kick changes key because we put down a different note. And then it's the same thing again. When we want to use our piano roll we just made, or our pattern we just made in the piano roll, all we're going to do is go back to the worksheet with that button, click on kick, and you can already see it's already changed it for us, and we just place it down just like that. And if we put it on, we go song, because we want to listen to what's on the worksheet. There's our sample, and then here's our pattern. So there's the kick, and it changed notes because we put it in the piano roll and we changed the notes. Alright, so when you go to the beat pad, if we start adding more samples, see, we're gonna add some fills. So we've collected our samples, we've got a heap of fills here, we're gonna grab one in. And then everything starts to come up in the beat pad. If you go all, everything comes up here. You see, we wanna make a new pattern with a clap, alright? So all we gotta do there, we gotta press the plus, press clap, we type in clap, and then we've got a new pattern. So this one hasn't got anything on it yet. So if we click the lights on clap, like every second, because we want it to be kick, clap, we go like that, go onto the worksheet, and then we click clap, and then we can see our claps out now. We've got kick, clap, and then it'll be kick, clap, kick, clap. So now we've got two patterns. We've got a kick on the side here, as you can see, we've got a clap as well. Just to select between them, all you gotta do is click on the one you want and then place it down on the playlist. But like I said, I would recommend using samples from the side, drag them in from the side, and then paste them down on the screen. The tool I just used then is the paintbrush. So basically you don't have to keep clicking, you just click and hold, and that'll drag out your samples. So the clap, it was really flat because we used the beat stepper. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into the sample pack that we made, and we're gonna grab a clap. So we're gonna grab this clap 3, and we will put that down. See, some of the claps come as loops, so it makes it so much easier for everyone. So when we press play on the green one, to play on the worksheet, kick, 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 fill. So now you've got your kick and your clap, and you can start to see the layers of your track. Next, we're gonna add a bass line. So we're gonna use samples today because we're not gonna go into any plugins yet. But, so off Splice or off the internet, you can get one-shot bass samples. This one here, it's in F, it'll tell you the key. I'll talk about keys very, very shortly, but basically all you do is click and drag, and then you can see it. Use the zoom tool as I'm clicking here, which is up here, to zoom in, click and drag on the area you want to zoom into. And then we want to put it on the offbeat, because we want like a Melbourne bass line, so offbeat there, offbeat there, offbeat there, offbeat there, and then basically you can see the layers of our track. We've got the kick, we've got the clap, and now we've got the bass. So when we press play, they should all come together. I can't promise this sounds good, but this is just a tutorial. So now we've got the kick, clap, and bass. We've got to make sure all the levels go well with each other, all the volumes mix with each other. So basically to do that, you've got to double click on the sample, pull up all the nitty gritty stuff, all the volume knobs, the pitch knobs and all that. So basically volume knob turns it down, pitch knob changes the pitch. When you're changing the pitch, you want to change this to the number 12, because going up 12 notes is 1 octave. So when you go up, it won't change, it won't make it go out of key, it'll make it stay normal, it'll just go up a whole octave. But octave is basically, say if it's in, say it's here, if you want it to go up a whole octave, it'll pitch up to say there, if that makes sense. So we've pitched up our kick 12 notes, so it's gonna go from whatever it was, just up 1 step, it'll be higher. Doesn't sound good, but that's how you pitch your sample. So double click on it and then just change it to 12 and then go up or down. So now we've got our samples down, we've got a little bit of structure going on. We want to learn about EQing. So to make this kick even shorter, or to even get anything on the mixing channel, there's a little drop down arrow on the sample on this screen here. I don't know what you want to call that, but it's on this screen here. To get to that, you double click on the sample, come up to the top left corner, drop down arrow, then go route to free mixing track. That'll bring up this. This is the mixing board, which can be found via that knob there. You've got your master mixing board, which controls everything from insert 1 all the way to, let's say, insert 125. So because we routed that to a free mixing track, our kick, it is now on track 5, as you can see here. This can be changed by clicking and dragging, but it went to track 5, so we're gonna go on track 5. Basically, whatever we put on track 5 here is what will happen to the kick. So this, when you drag down here, it comes up with a lot of effectors. The best ones, the most basic ones that you want to learn to use is a Fruity Parametric Equalizer 2. So that's an EQ, it's a basic EQ. It comes up with all the frequencies because music is made into frequencies from lows to highs. The frequencies are, the low frequencies are like the sub or the heavy sort of bassy sort of sounds. And then the highs are like the real pitchy sort of hurt your ears if there's too many. So when we're talking about lows, you just drag the 1 down under the 2 and then you scroll and drag the 2 down to make it flat. All that now is all cut. So if we listen to that kick, it is completely, there's no low anymore. So the kick will have no go to it. And if we take out the highs from the kick, it'll basically non-existent. It'll only have the mids left. So now it sounds like a filtered kick and it's just been squashed. Alright, so we started off with our shit samples. We learned how to put them on the screen. We learned how to open them up in the mixing track and EQ them and add effects and whatnot. So now we've got our new samples that we downloaded because we were sick of those shit ones. So we're going to literally go through packs on the side, drag them out, and you can't break this software. Click and drop shit, fucking click on everything, you know, experiment. But I can hear right now the kick and the clap are not working together in unison. So how we do that, we're going to double click on the clap, we're going to take the volume down, and then we're going to add the clap to a free mixing channel on the mixing track, just like we did before with that really shit kick. So we drop down the arrow, route it to a free track. It's now on channel 6, as you can see. Channel 5's that really bad kick, channel 6 our clap. So what we want to do, because the clap is on top of the kick, we want to take away the low frequency. So open up Parametric Equalizer 2 and then drag the 1 under the 2 and scroll, and then drag the 2 down so it makes kind of like a little hill. And then when we listen to it again, the clap now has no low frequency, so it can't clash with the kick anymore. And if you think it needs more, go back into it. So up here, there's a free mixing track up there. So go to channel 6, because we know the clap's on channel 6. Just drag more low frequency out. If you still think it's not working, just keep turning it down until you find that perfect mixing level. Alright, so now we want to make our bass sound a lot bigger, because at the moment it's just like a stock sound. It hasn't got anything on top of it. So we want to add it to a free mixing track. It comes up, now we've got it on channel 8. We can add some reverb. So the stock FL Studio reverb plugin is called Fruity Reverb. That basically, what does reverb do? It just kind of like makes it echo or delay. So if we solo it by right clicking on its channel, and when you play it and then you stop playing it, it keeps going, you can kind of hear it echo off into the distance. So when you click on Fruity Reverb, you can just kind of change the DEC, means decay, for how long it'll drift off for. So if you turn that right up, it'll keep going till fucking Christmas. And if you turn it completely off, it won't go at all. So we might add maybe a slight reverb, and then to make it louder, this one called Fruity Wave Shaper. So that's, I don't know what you'd call it, but it just makes it fucking big. So then when you turn that up, it lifts up the volume a lot. So now our bass has got a little bit of go to it. So we're gonna put that with the kick and the clap. So now you've got a bit more movement towards structure of your track. So So now you've got like a kick clap bass. You can just copy and paste that with this tool here, click there, drag over it all, it'll come up red, then just Control C, Control V, and then put it down. Then that gives us our basic structure of our intro, kick clap bass, and there's no wrongs in music. Don't feel bad if you're making something and it sounds like shit, because everyone starts from the fucking bottom, so don't feel bad. But I think that's that for this video. I hope this helped. If you like this video, please like it so it spreads the love. Subscribe. I think I'll be making other ones. Let me know in the comments which type of video I'd like to see. I think in the next one we might be making how to make a kick bass bootleg or how to make a bootleg. Thanks to Puck for joining in. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.